Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC. Why does CMMC Control AC.L2-3.1.10, which is use session lock with pattern hiding displays to prevent access and viewing of data after a period of inactivity, why does this control even exist? And what's it good for? Let's find out. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all of this DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's jump into it. So what is the point of this control? It almost seems silly to require it until you look a little deeper and realize there are actually some very valid security concerns here. So CMMC Control AC.L2-3.1.10 exists to protect sensitive data, including controlled unclassified information, which obviously is the point of everything we do here. By ensuring that unattended systems are not left exposed to unauthorized access or viewing, this control enforces session locking mechanisms and introduces pattern hiding displays to obscure information during periods of user inactivity. The goal is to reduce the risk of both physical security threats, i.e. someone walking by and viewing sensitive data on an unattended screen, and opportunistic unauthorized access, i.e. someone gaining control of a logged in system. Now, I know what you guys might be thinking. There's no insider threat in my company. But the reality for the defense world is, oh yes, there is. In fact, it is not unusual. You can Google it right now. You can go to YouTube and see videos of it. There are people who, again, are malicious actors that go get hired by defense contractors, just like you, and they're there to basically spy. I mean, it's really wild. It's, I probably wouldn't believe it myself, but I've literally seen, evidence of this kind of stuff going on. So when we talk about some of these security controls and you're thinking to yourself, man, that's BS, or, there's no real point in this. Well, the reality is, remember that every security control came from a real-world incident that actually happened, or else it wouldn't be here. It's kind of one of the things we really love about NIST SP 800-171. Let's talk about how it supports CMMC and 800-171. So it directly aligns with best practices for access control, right? We can't let people have access to a system if they're not authorized, and certainly we have to lock the system if we walk away. And of course, physical security, right? So it addresses the confidentiality of CUI, preventing unauthorized individuals from viewing sensitive data on unattended systems. And then there's access accountability, right? It requires re-authentication after a session lock, ensuring that only authorized users regain access and can access information that they're authorized to access. Really important stuff. Next, mitigation of insider threats. Reduces the risk of accidental or intentional access by someone near the unattended device. Now remember, if you're thinking to yourself, hey, this is never going to happen, insider threat, like we're a small business, just remember the idea that insider threat is so important to the DoD, okay, that they make insider threat training mandatory. It's right there with CUI mandatory handling training itself. It's equally important. So remember that, because if you don't have a really good screening process in place, or maybe you do and they get by it, it happens. And again, you can check Google News any day of the week and you'll see stories about this. Here's some real world scenarios that I think are relevant to kind of help you understand. In the office environment, a user walks away from their workstation without logging out. A session lock ensures that no sensitive data is visible even if someone else uses the workstation. Remember, we're required by law to implement the least privilege necessary, which means someone can't just go jump on your workstation if you walk away. Next, let's talk about shared workspaces. So popular today. In a shared environment, an inactive system automatically locks to prevent others from accessing data unintentionally or maliciously. Next, remote work ensures that even in a home office or public space, systems are not left exposed during breaks. I know you're thinking it's my house, but that's the problem is wherever you think it's safe, that's where somebody could potentially get in. This control exists to enhance physical and logical security by mitigating risks associated with unattended systems. By enforcing session lock and pattern hiding displays, organizations can protect sensitive data from visual exposure and unauthorized access, reducing the likelihood of breaches, compliance violations, and operational risk. And if you're scratching your head and you're thinking to myself, how in the world do I implement it? I've got great news for you, because at On-Call, we take defense contractors just like you who have had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR information security compliance stuff dropped to their laps like a seagull on a sunny day. We teach you how to level up and be a proper on-call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. Now that's what becoming an on-call compliance hero can do for you. If you're looking for more help getting compliant, our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit CMMCComplianceSecrets.com or check out the description below for links to get help right now. If you love the content we're putting out here for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, smash the subscribe button to get the latest compliance content as soon as our compliance nerds roll it out. Until next compliance tip, my friends, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to information security and compliance. And I'll see you on the next one.